fan.
Love the fro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bigger hair.
My share, thanks. Considering that the general idea about spirits is that they draw power from electronic devices, and also knowing that a lot of the time experiences before you get there are experienced with the lights on, why do you exclusively investigate in the dark?
Well, the main reason why we turn off the lights, we even investigate during the day if we have to, but we turn off the lights because what we capture, the anomalies we capture either emit their own light or they're shadowy. And you've seen this on the show. And the best way to capture them both is to turn off all the lights and use IR. So it's going to see essentially in the dark.
And actually, to be honest with you, you're correct. Most reports of paranormal activity are in between the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. So of course, that's when we're going to investigate, and that's when most people in their homes have their lights off when they experience this activity. So there have been numerous cases that we have investigated during the day when the reports are during the day. And you know, it's when life is back to normal, that's when we have our free time as well. So we need to remember that. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Try it.
Come on. Every single time I watch the show, I'm always wondering, if you were doing the exact same thing that you're always doing, going to these scary places overseas, just everything's the exact same, you have your equipment, but you don't have the cameraman or the camera crew, would it be scarier? And does the camera crew give you like some bait, some like backup?
Well, honestly, you know, 5 years ago, I would have said yes. Our camera crew is just phenomenal. Our audio crew is phenomenal. Everybody in the team. Most of the time, we just head in with just our cameraman, and it's become such second nature having him there. And he knows how to stay out of our way. You know, he moves so we can walk straight and do our investigation. And it's also nice having the extra cameras and audio going, because a lot of times the evidence we've caught have been on their equipment. So it's good being able to pull that tape and stuff from them.
I know that you have investigated a lot of places near bodies of water, and you just did an episode in Covington next to Gaither's Plantation, and by 2018 they want to have a reservoir that is right next to Gaither's Plantation. Do you think that that would pick up the activity there?
It's really hard to hear. Say that again? Sorry.
Oh, okay, no, it's okay. You just did an episode in Covington near Gaither's Plantation, and they are now talking about putting a reservoir there. Based on the other investigations you've done where water has enhanced maybe what you're seeing, do you think putting in that man-made reservoir is going to enhance what's going on in Gaither's Plantation?
Well, it may. Usually you're looking for running water, like a river or underground stream, but just water that's just there, not moving, doesn't really do much. It's that movement of the water that seems to generate some type of energy. It's theory, so.
Yeah, she was just saying there is a river near it, so we'll see what happens.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
One of my favorite episodes is when Tango first started investigating with you guys, and Steve, you placed a tiara on his head. So my question is, Tango, really,
Yes.
did you really try to turn it on?
That's what blew my mind. I tried to turn it on. What?
There weren't any mirrors in there. What can I do?
What you didn't see on that show is when we caught Mothra and threw it in the van.
Oh, the best. Yeah, all right. We got to tell you some of the stupid stuff we do, Steve and Tango, real quick. All right. Tango's new on the team. We're investigating out in Keene, New Hampshire. Steve's in the Taps van. Well, I catch this moth. He's got to be like this big, guys. He's like a softball.
I still don't believe it was a moth.
You know? And, you know, I'm holding this thing, and Grant's talking to Steve, hitting the child locks in the back of the Taps van door. He shuts the Taps van door, we walk over to the side of the van. Now, the front has a cage, so you can't get out. So, you know, we're talking. I throw the moth in, Grant shuts the thing with the child locks on. Well,
Now we backed away.
Yeah, we got the hell away from the van, you know? Well, the van starts banging, the rocking back and forth. Now, no, the sad part was, at the same time, we didn't realize that Tango was still in the van. So, when you look through the window, you've got Steve who's now ripped the keyboard off the computer and is beating it against everything he can trying to kill this moth. And Tango's in the corner of the van, just like this.
wild man.
That's the fun we had.
We still never killed it.
What?
We still never killed it. Got away.
You ripped off a keyboard and you still didn't kill it?
We didn't kill it.
We said, what were you thinking grabbing the keyboard? He was thinking, I could replace this, I could buy another keyboard.
It's true. As long as I
It's
can
true.
replace it.
Okay, well, hold on. Just a question. International, do you play tricks like that on each other, or are you very serious and staid and proper?
No, we mess around quite a bit. A lot of times we stay at these big castles, these haunted locations and stuff, and it's very common to come back to your room and find your mattress completely gone, and like nobody will help you find out where the hell it is. So we do
Joe,
stuff
your
like that.
face is so not the picture of innocence right now. As a mom of a 10-year-old, my 10-year-old does a better innocent face than you.
I was trying to portray myself as maybe a victim of this heinous crime.
Joe's face is like, awesome, okay.
This is for the international team. What did you think of Frankenstein's castle in Germany?
Actually, neither one of us was on the international team at that time, so unfortunately can't comment on that one. Sorry.
Another person mentioned the ghost of the 9-year-old earlier. I was wondering if you're uncovering evidence that there are like immortal spirits of actual used to be living people haunting the earth for all eternity. Don't you think that deserves a little more serious attention than running around in the dark with infrared cameras?
They run around what?
With infrared cameras?
Well, how else would you go about it?
If you really think that... Can I respond? If they're really spirits of dead people, shouldn't you be like trying to talk to physicists and scientists? And,
Good luck.
And
That's what this show is all about, to try and get awareness so people will cooperate with us. You want to check out the Skeptics panel and see how willing they are to cooperate. It just doesn't happen. We'll work with them, they won't work with us.
You know, I just like to add there, I mean, there are a couple of cases that I've personally been involved in. Latvia is one that comes to mind, where we heard this disembodied voice of this woman who was there, apparently looking for her long-lost fiance. I don't know if what things get edited and what doesn't, but it's very common to make an appeal to them and try to almost explain, you know, what our understanding of the scenario is. And try to urge the spirits onward. But unfortunately, since we don't exactly know what it is they need to do, it's very tough to communicate. But you know, I do think that everybody on both teams does take it very seriously, and that we do make that effort, whether it's shown or not on the show.
The bane of this field is the fact that you have very little to work with. And that's including support from people, equipment. There's a whole lot of knowledge. I think if you were able to interview everyone on the planet, you would get the answers you need to really get to the bottom of it, but people just aren't willing to share it.
Well, and Grant and I, for quite a while, did a radio show, Beyond Reality Radio, and we had a blast with it. And we brought everybody from, you know, Dr. Steve Novella, incredible guy, very smart gentleman. I believe he's here this weekend, and right up to James Randi. We brought them on the show. And, you know, the one thing that people need to stop doing when it comes to the skeptics and the believers and the investigators, whatever, they need to really stop casting stones. They need to just say, you know what, enough is enough. Let's all meet in the middle and try to figure this out together. But until that happens, we're screwed.